Buon pomeriggio a tutti. Io sono dagli Canada. Sì, parlo un po' italiano. Non molto bene. Ah, il popolo sta nuotando nell'oceano. Prego, ci vediamo presto. Hey everyone, this is Yaki the Free here, playing in the Hell Hades 2025 free-to-play challenge. It's day 48, but this nice day 49 chunk of energy of 500 energy is coming. Day 48 is that 48 oggi. Today is day 48. So, any Italian speakers in the channel would have known some of the silliness that I was saying about the little Italian that I speak and, the octopus is swimming in ocean, il popo. However, a neat thing about a city in Italy, I wrote this down because I never heard of this before, but it's technically a law. It's very unlikely they'll ever enforce it. But in Milan, it is a law to constantly be smiling or you will be fined. So in the city of Milan, if you're at a funeral or visiting someone in the hospital, it's okay not to have a smile. And I guess if you're doing a shard opening video for Raid Shadow Legends, if you're not smiling, they're not going to fine you either. In the leaderboard section today for Yakety the Free, I forget where I was yesterday, but as you'll see here today, 8,820 points for Yakety the Free, holding down fourth place quite well. Hell Hades is almost got that 8,000. It must be bugging him. That 3 points would bug me, but he's pushing his way up. And I'm 425 points behind Bront Cat Herder. Not sure if I'm going to catch anybody or stay ahead of whoever, but on this leaderboard, I am rank 4 overall. Now let's go back into the game, and I want to show you our clan v clan. I think we kicked the hell out of these people. 400,000 point lead in the victory. That's like a 30% over what they did in total. That's pretty good. And I did my best, and here's Hell Hades representing. He came in fifth. He called us out yesterday, said, "Come on, guys, let's make sure we start early and crush them." So we all showed up, and I feel bad, obviously, for Toast Face over here or whatever. They tried, I guess, but they saw, it wasn't going to happen. So Easy Raider 2025, thank you for the carry. We all appreciate it. We got one Blood Shield ring accessory each and one reaction. So, man, these pop-ups, where are we next here? Let's look into Doom Tower, I think. Yeah, I want to show you what I did in Doom Tower. I haven't cleared any other floors, but if you look at the total, I've done 10 secret rooms. Day 48, free to play, 10 secret rooms. So the ones that I can't do currently is this secret room 12 where it's all your rare voids and you can't really see maybe that you can see there. I have Cold Heart and Reliquary Tender. I just brought the 50 and Painkeeper. The rest I don't want to invest it and make them 5 stars. So I'm not too concerned. I can't pick up Archmage Helmet anyways, but I have 54 fragments for him. Day 48. And then the secret room 5 here that is defense champions only. I can't even get through this rock breaker. The first wave, it just kills me. So I'm not too concerned about any of that. I love Doom Tower. When it resets, it's free rewards and stuff. But then when you start getting stuck, like I'm not going to 6-star my Templar. That if you haven't seen the video of Hell Hades or any of the older videos, you can get through. If you max out your Templar to 6-star, and then you use him to do, some shenanigans with block damage and max masteries. I'm not interested. If I can't get past stage 9 or floor 9 in Doom Tower Hard, I don't care. I'd love to. I don't really care. So Hydra. What did I do in Hydra yesterday? It was the first time that my new Twinkling Star Arbiter got to try out Hydra. And on normal Hydra, 9.29 million. Not bad considering I got my first chest last week. Like I picked it up, I've got a couple of the items that they didn't go on any of these people. If you look here, The ultimate Gallic. Like I knew a month ago, I'm like this AOE burn. All I gotta do is try to keep him alive, and he's still only at 50. And Alice pounding out, and even though she gets swallowed first, and she got devoured, she was gone. I couldn't free her. Still put in 4 million. You won't see Wukong or Taragi, doing too much damage. Neither of them have masteries really, right? Tagore and Arbiter, these four, they all have max masteries. But that's not bad, man. I did one key. It was the first attempt. No big deal. The head of decay is force. So I was concerned that my provoker, which is Taragi, he still landed it on normal. It's very fortunate. And the head of decay, if you don't know, on your screen, it's that one on the far left that cleanses everybody and puts on that shield that heals them if you don't break the shield. Okay. So all my provokers that are viable, they're magic affinity. So, anyways, I was pretty happy. And again, I just put together some silly squad here and almost did 1 million on Heart. And you'll see Coldheart with her Heart Seekers and Kale with his War Masters. Anywho, I'm okay with that. We get our Chimera rewards around this time tomorrow, or basically when I get up and log into play. And you'll see here that easy. There's no question about getting the easy chest or whatnot. But there's some decent rewards for the clan gold. That's what I'm I don't really care too much about this other stuff. Now I'm going to get a bunch of eyeballs and I'll try to make some nice relics. And the same thing with normal. Like we are going to continue with the help of this person up here, collect max chests times 2. So we'll get 4 total chests from Chimera every week for this competition. And again, that's big clan gold. I'm going to come out with like 1,200 minimum clan gold and like I don't know, 200 eyeballs or so. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Now, what else did I want to show you? Let's go to Arena real quick here, see if I have a refresh. I forget. Yeah, I doubt it. But if you take a look in the battle log here, oops, where I actually attack somebody. By the way, I messed around for fun just before this with this Leorius and Wukong, and it was close, but it didn't happen. However, I took a look at this FFS Cthulhu, and I said, I think I can take them out. Look at it, all +3 whisper, but there's no speed lead. There's no speed lead in here, and there's no real crowd control because you can't get your AoE provoke off with your Volkov if I've already locked them out with my Alice. So this Gala Longbriggs, she one-shotted my heroes, but I have a Wukong that absorbs those things, and I also have an Arbiter, and that's huge. As I knew would happen with Arbiter, like I'm not going to defend against most of these teams, especially with a Hegemon or whatever. There's nothing you can do about that, but you can win a lot more victories because you go first, and that's an Arbiter. That's the influence of her. So I've done something else today, and we're going to conclude the video with my attempt at a 2-key Nightmare Clan Boss hit with Daithi and no Kale. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it. Because if you look here on the first key, I almost did 30 million with Daithi. Okay, so he got his War Master in. He's not really Clan Boss built. He's in Relentless and Alice is in Relentless. So we'll see what can happen here on the upload. If you don't want to watch this, but you've seen the rest of the content, and you keep following the channel, I really appreciate the support. And I hope that if you're new to the game or you're old and I'm showing you things that you've never thought about or seen before and they've helped you, share your knowledge within your clan. Tell the people in your clan, hey, I seen this and it worked for me. Spread the info. It's not about who told you, it's about who you tell. That's my message to you. Who cares how much knowledge one person has? Put it in the book so the rest of the world can read it. So aside from all that philosophical junk, I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Il preparare cafe. I was making a coffee. So I've got Alice in the lead as well now for her massive attack boost. I think I could do a lot more damage in the future, and I'm fairly certain that I will. Once I get a more accuracy somehow, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be with a banner, but once I get an accuracy banner on my Arbiter, I'm going to land weaken every time. So the boss, when I started doing this on the first key, I didn't land a weaken until like turn 12 or something. It's way too far along to not have a weaken on the boss. And there we go. So defense down, weaken, and attack up on Alice. I think each one of her A1s is going to hit right here for like 72,000. I think it is. Uh, I guess not because she dropped her increase attack. But still, even without a Giant Slayer proc, when the weaken and drop defense is on the boss, which I'm going to try to apply again, perfect. Oh, you go, Daithi. This is the wonder of Daithi has no books, by the way. I don't have any books in Daithi. But my Alice will do like, probably 20 million if there's a consistent weaken on the boss here. So let's see how much damage she's going to A1 for now. Oh, there's no weaken. So without the weaken, you'll see that there's a massive drop in damage. That's the issue that I have with no accuracy on the Arbiter. It's not a big deal currently, but I want my Arbiter always putting weaken on. Ooh, she's doing good. I called her out, man. That's hilarious. So look at this 75, 75, and then a 70 before almost. That's crazy. With a Giant Slayer proc, that's almost, 400,000 damage from one turn by Alice with just A1s. So I'm not showing you how to properly do Nightmare Clan Boss with this lineup because I'm going to do some things out of order, like using Arbiter's turn meter boost when some other people are already maxed out on their turn meters. I just want to bump everybody up as soon as I can, including Arbiter. The sooner I can get back to Arbiter's A2, which applies increase attack, the more damage I'm going to do, obviously. So, see how the weekend keeps dropping off the boss? I need to figure out a way to extend debuffs or always have Arbiter with the accuracy up so that there's never a behind when I'm trying to meter boost with her. So if she applied it there, then you would see Alice is hitting for the 78,000, instead of 50. I That's all I'm short now, I think. Then the final piece to the puzzle, to my knowledge, if I get my Taragi, his max masteries by the end of tomorrow, which is the plan, he goes in instead of Jarag. So Taragi will provide the poisons that have now been taken out because Kale's not here. So I'll lose a pretty substantial increased defense, but Taragi will apply a shield instead. And I think that the shield is better than the increased defense, considering I don't have much defense on my 2 damage dealers, anyways. So if you don't know how good Mr. Daithi is, just imagine. I don't have any books in the guy, so he doesn't have 100% on his decrease attack. Okay, but you'll see, it's 75%. It's a pretty steady clip that he lands it. Okay, Alice, here's your turn. Come on, 75,000. 70's good enough, but she didn't proc any Giant Slayers. But that's 210,000 damage. And then she got punched for being a jerk, Boss didn't want any part of that. So right here, that's where I'm also torn with Arbiter. Do I meter boost or try to apply a weaken? Considering the main damage that I have is stunned, there's no sense trying to put the weaken on when I can get Arbiter another turn right here. Okay, so the weaken's already up. She's going to boost everybody. I can't possibly get Alice any stronger for the next hit. That makes sense to me, doing it in that way for how my speeds are. And the weekend just fell off. Alice is just a little slow on that one. I'm close though. So I'm not going to explain too much anymore, but still, if you're looking like Alice, that's 250K when the boss takes a turn for that smite proc. She just took 6 A1s at 60,000 damage each, and then she procced a few Giant Slayers. So Alice almost does 600,000 damage in one turn. And sometimes she'll proc like 3, 4 times in a row. So Alice and Daithi with his Giant Slayer, or pardon me, his War Master, oh, he didn't land it. But I'll tell you, this is a one key team. It definitely is, as long as I get that weaken more consistent from Arbiter. So right now, I could apply the weekend, but I'd rather boost everybody's meter. When the boss is this early in, I want to take as many turns as I can as soon as possible because soon they're going to start taking damage. And the boss is going to change his stun target, and it's probably going to go to Arbiter. But you're watching, like people will say, you're not supposed to use relentless for the clan boss and blah blah. Okay, I agree, but I'm not a speed tune whatsoever, nowhere near one. Arbiter has 270 speed. Alice has 187, I think, and Daithy's like 195 or something. Like there's no speed to it. I just have it set in the correct order for people to take their turns. And right here, you might think I wasted the um, the heal, the AoE heal from Tagore, but I'd rather have the speed on because now everybody is going quicker. Wow, Daithy missed twice in a row. And it's early. It's only turn 10. And I'm trying to pull 800,000 damage per turn. That's if you can get a million, even better, obviously. So that's a 4-turn cooldown on Jarag, that ally protect. And the reason I'm apprehensive to pull Jarag out of this fight and bring Taragi in is that anytime anybody here takes 20% of their HP damage in one move from the boss, they get a 15% continuous heal. So you'll see it didn't come on yet, but you're going to start. There it is for Daithi, right? Because he's weak. So Daithy's going to heal almost up to full just from Jarag, nothing else. So with Tagore, obviously Daithy's going to heal up to max. So come on, decrease. There we go. Needed that. And that's the thing. As long as Buddy lands his decrease attack, he's taking another turn. And if his A3 is available, then he takes another turn after using that when he buffs himself. So your Daithi can have, 3 turns, 2 of which damage the boss. But see right there, all I need to do with Arbiter is get her about 200 accuracy, and there'll always be a weaken on this boss. And that's all I really want, is to have a consistent weaken on the boss. All right, time to go a little quicker now. I don't know how powerful it would be, because you see the shield from Tagore. It's 12,000 or whatnot, okay? And my Taragi will provide a 15,000 hit point shield when he comes in for the amount of health that he has. So I would always have a shield on anytime the boss hits anybody ever. That's the plan. So instead of weaken, I'd rather have increased attack for Alice. That was my thinking. Wow, so go Alice, go. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, that was a weak hit, eh? 34,000 only. Oh, because yeah. So you'll see the difference of not having an increased attack. She went from, 50,000 HP hits to, or 50,000 damage, sorry, down to 34. But with the decrease defense, weaken, and increase attack, like it's double the damage. It's so powerful to be able to have this lineup with all 3 of those buffs or debuffs combined. And eventually, it's always going to be that way. Come on. There we go. There's the weekend. So, Daithi, I really need you to do your job right here. Come on. He's not ready for it. And that's it. Oh, he got an extra turn, though, and he didn't land. That's all right. Alice, when she procs the Brimstone just before what is this called again? Crushing Force? It's a loss of 250,000 damage because the boss isn't using a cooldown to punch your head off. So some of those timings, yeah, they're a little unfortunate, but it's okay. Now I'm going to concentrate on weakens. That's not bad though. I think my Arbiter has like 90 accuracy. Like it's only 90. So for her to be landing as much as she is, and she's missing 15% chance as well. So here we go. This is where you're going to start seeing the stun target become my Arbiter quite often, which is absolutely acceptable because once she starts dying, I just res her with Tagore. And Arbiter's so fast that she gets a chance to do her A2 to bring up turn meters and heal herself. And then Tagore will go right after and heal her. So There's no decreased attack or decreased defense on the boss right now. If that was up there with the weekend, I'd be at like 15 million after this, I think. It'd be close because that's going to be 250,000 damage right there as well with that smite proc. Anyways, sometimes Daithi goes like 5, 6, 7 times in a row. I've seen him go 7 times because of his own internal kit and then having the relentless set. And it gets dangerous when it starts deciding to proc. After about the next 3 or 4 turns, the boss is going to basically one-shot Daithi if he's not under defense increase. Pardon me, increased defense. Anyways, I'm trying to talk and think and do all this at once, and I still got some Italian practice going on in my head. There's a lot of confusion occurring, but it's okay. I'm happy. I'm happy. Sto bene. Sto molto bene oggi, eh? So, there you go. See that? 78,000 times 3. That's 240,000 damage. If Alice procs one Giant Slayer in that, it's 300,000 damage. Then the proc you can get 1 million damage easy each turn with Alice if there's always those debuffs and her buff up. I don't know what I want to do here. No, I was going to shield everybody. It should be the time to shield, but I thought maybe I'd get back around with Tagore if I used Arbiter's revive. Instead, I'm going to absorb this one because the only one who's really low is Alice, and she's got a big decreased defense for 3 turns. So I'm going to let this happen. This is going to hurt. Oh, he did make it. That's the power of increased speed. Thank you, Tagore. This is fantastic news, especially with this Arbiter. I essentially have a 2-to-1 team, whereas Arbiter's kind of like a 4-to-3, depending when she gets punched or not. So today's the first day I've ever ran this team, so I don't know what it could possibly do on affinity swaps. I was going to try it last night on Spirit Affinity, but it seemed like a waste. I wanted to get, I'm trying to get some um, rare skill books, so I hit the hard clan boss. All right, here we go. By the way, this lineup did 73 million damage to the hard clan boss. It's up on the leaderboard of the Hell Hades website, but 73 million damage? I was like, there's no way, man. Okay, before I fun around here, I forget. Somebody's getting punched, and it's probably Arbiter. Because right here, Tagore's going to put it, yeah, on Daithi. So I think my Arbiter's dying. If she doesn't die this turn, she would definitely die on the next punch. But it's important to have that decrease attack on the boss as much as you possibly can, no matter what's going on. Yeah. So Arbiter has so much health that she'd always be punched. So this is the rhythm now. Obviously, I just hit 2 keys, so I'm not too concerned anymore. And I would have done probably better if I wasn't yapping like a fool to you guys on the video here. But I'm going to pick Arbiter up, who's not supposed to be laying down like that. I'm gonna have a conversation with her about this, and she's just going to miss getting a turn, and she just survived. So watch this. This is how strong people will tell you, that Arbiter's an arena hero only, and I agree. She's primarily an arena champion. But when you're in a free-to-play account, man, yeah, watch this. Okay, so Arbiter's probably dead again, but by the time somebody gets punched and dies, Tagore's going to have his res back up again. Okay, so instead of resing, or pardon me, um, let me refocus my thoughts. 1 second here. I got to make sure I get the stun target correct here, and I want it to be Daithi. I want Daithi to get punched and die, but I think he's going to get his increased attack. So it might turn out to be Tagore if I didn't get this off. Whew, okay, it's Alice, even better. So I'm trying to manipulate who's getting this, increased defense here. But this is a little out of whack right now. I need to not res Arbiter. No, now's not the time. And I think Alice, ooh, I was worried about Alice, but it's Daithi who's the weakest, right? So, anyways, now Arbiter comes up, and hopefully, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just wait here. I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to heal everybody, increase or decrease attacks on the boss. Boom, everybody lives. So now the boss is going to get uppity and try to punch somebody into the dirt, and I'm going to let him do it as long as it's not Tagore, and it shouldn't be Tagore. Yeah, it should turn out to be either Gyreg or Daithi. So now the cycle, it gets a little sketchy there for a couple turns, but I also have one set of Immortal. What? Because everybody had increased defense. So we'll just set it to auto. Anyways, if I picked Arbiter up there, there might have been a lot better outcome at the end. Doesn't really matter. When you're setting up for your clan boss team, people will tell you, this is the roles that you have to be successful. And for the most part, most of that is true. But I never had a decreased defense hero ever in my clan boss hits, and I was already doing two keys similar to that. Bringing in a decreased defense and taking out kill. As you saw, I don't have any poisons. There's no debuffs on the boss. It's relatively similar. And this team's not even set to go. Whereas the Apothecary and the kill team were definitely set to go. And I went through real quick there. I apologize about who did the damage. I always forget that some people like to look at the tally sheet, as it were. I think by the end of today, I'll pick up a couple more of these wins, hopefully, in the arena here, and I'll show you real quick why it's starting to matter. I started spray painting my Great Hall. You won't see it because I'm in the way, but there's 5 spots left that need their first upgrade. Once I get all 5 of those, their upgrade, then I'll hard focus on probably accuracy for the Void until I get Arbiter her banner. Then I don't know. Maybe I go into the crit damage for somebody or resistance. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to make sure I get that weaken on there. And this is huge. Day 48. I apologize if you heard any of that honking outside. I don't know what's going on. Some rowdy neighbors. Anyways, this was Yakety the Free playing in the Hell Hades 2025 free-to-play challenge. Very easy 2-key with a brand new clan boss team that isn't even fully optimized to do the job yet. Take care, everyone.